Pause. Today's show is brought to you by Supply House. Look, boss, I just bought a house, and little did I know, it's like $300 here, $400 here, $500 here for this and that and the other. Save money with Supply House. Get the supplies you need from the site made for skilled trades. Supply House, HVAC, plumbing, electrical work. They're so easy to use. And the website is packed with helpful resources. With a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from 400 plus top brands, you'll find exactly what you need delivered fast from coast to coast. Need help with an order? Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading service, so you'll always talk to a real person. And for trade pros looking for an extra edge, their free Trade Master program offers exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, discounts on every order. Thousands of skilled professionals are already taking advantage. Now it's your turn. Join the Trade Master program today at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Plus, use promo code SH5. That's SH5 for 5% off your first order. Supplyhouse.com. Day one of the Big 12 basketball tournament is in the books. At the time of recording this, we are under 3.5 minutes to play in UCF and Utah, and it is god awfully late on the East Coast, so I'm already doing a show because this game got out of hand. Let's start from game one of the day and give you a quick rundown of what happened yesterday for a preview of today, when schools like Iowa State test their skill in the Big 12 tournament, where we see West Virginia possibly solidify its spot in March Madness. Will Baylor miss the big dance? Some are saying with a loss today they would. And then Kansas, who is the 6th seed in the Big 12, one of the worst seasons you could draw up under Bill Self. Can they get an emphatic win? First off, yesterday, Cincinnati 87, Oklahoma State 68. Of the teams remaining who have played, Listen. Of the teams remaining who have played, the most dangerous one of them, the Cincinnati Bearcats. Why? They already have a good basketball roster. Can we pause for a second? I don't know if I like the court. I don't know why we're just like, you know what would make this court way better? A bunch of little small lines and just kind of put them out there in like a V shape. See? It's going to look cool if you stare at it long enough. I feel like Mike Gundy after 3 or 4 beers behind the wheel. Cincinnati gets a win over Oklahoma State. It was a 87-68 pummeling, too. At halftime, it wasn't that close. Second half, Oklahoma State cut it within like 9 or 11 or something like that. I was watching at work, and Cincinnati runs away with it. They are 18-14 in Big 12 play. They'd be a very high seed in that random Vegas basketball tournament they're going to do this year. And to me, they have the best opportunity of remaining teams because of their talent level, because of their competitive level, to make a run in the Big 12 tournament. I also believe, based on who they would play against, that being Iowa State and BYU, who I already told you I'm rooting to. I don't want those two schools. I don't need them to win. I'm cool if they win. I don't need them to win. Reason being, what happens if Dallin Hall gets hurt? What happens if Taman Lipsy gets hurt? And I know for you, the fan, or for you, the Big 12 fan who are brand new because you're a big BYU fan, that you don't like to hear that. But honestly, Big 12 teams who win the tournament don't go on to have massive success in the NCAA tournament all that often. You don't have to do it. Some of you could earn or use some rest. Iowa State definitely in that category, baby. If you're BYU, try to stay hot. Cincinnati gets a win. They feel very dangerous to me moving forward in this tournament. TCU. I mean, I had all my eggs in the basket, man. 9-11 in Big 12 play. A couple of weeks ago, we're talking about, okay, the Horned Frogs have played themselves back on the 11 line. They're in the bubble. Their last 4 in, last 4 buys. The TCU Horned Frogs are back. Wrong. How do you do this? How do you lose to Colorado, man? Colorado is the worst team in the Big 12, and the Buffs, they lost a lot after last season. They won that tournament game against Florida. They were very good. They lose a lot to the NBA draft, to the pro levels. And they were just bad this year. I give them a bit of a free pass with TCU. You can't go anywhere. Jamie Dixon's it. Who else are you going to get? He's it, man. Jamie Dixon's the greatest basketball coach in modern TCU history, which is not saying much. But you can't fire him. He's had enough good teams. The old Desmond Bain years. He's had enough good teams. You can't fire the guy. He's had great runs in March Madness where they've given teams a run for their money. But gosh, it's got to suck to be a TCU fan and just not be able to find consistent wins under Jamie Dixon. 69-67. Can Colorado pull a massive upset today? I don't know about that. Arizona State, Kansas State. That's it. That's it. That's it. Everybody, we're good. We're going to fire Bobby Hurley. The news could have already broken by the time you're listening to this. It is past time to fire Bobby Hurley. If his name was not Bobby Hurley, he would have already been canned. 71-66, Arizona State loses to Kansas State. Kansas State is the second most dangerous team left alive right now, sitting right there with the Cincinnati Bearcats. I don't know if Kansas State has enough juice moving forward. There were these huge NIL deals they crafted in the offseason, and Coleman Hawkins is very good at basketball, was great yesterday. Now you're playing day to day, and you've got to go out and get wins or your season is over. You're going to that weird Vegas tournament or the NIT. Kansas State gets it done. Fire Bobby Hurley. I like Jerome Tang a lot. He's my friend. UCF over Utah. Utah should fire its there we go. Sweet. Check. Did that. Love the effort. Honestly, I hope they accept an invite to the NIT. I really like the effort Utah displayed in this game and that they displayed toward the end of the regular season. They made that BYU game competitive in the first half. Credit to the Utes players who are doing this without a head coach, still finding a way to make things competitive, to make things interesting. I'm rooting for Utah basketball if they're in the NIT. And coming up today, Cincinnati, Iowa State. I've told you, Milan Momcilovic, he's been banged up. Taman Lipsy, he's been banged up. I'm okay if you lose. You don't need this win for anything. Maybe to move from the 4 line to the 3 line. All right. Maybe to solidify yourself on that 3 line. Okay. I just don't think it's ultimately going to behoove you to wear your guys out. Maybe you win this one, but don't take it too seriously. Because these games are fugazi. They don't matter for that much if you've already punched your ticket and have a high seed. Iowa State does. Colorado, West Virginia. This is a best case scenario for West Virginia because now they can pick up another Big 12 win. They're going to do that against Colorado. They're 20-12. You cannot keep a 20-win Big 12 team out of March Madness. West Virginia, congratulations, you're going dancing. You will beat Colorado. Kansas State, Baylor. Jerome Tang versus Scott Drew. Tang has had Drew's number, man. I still think Baylor's got an edge, but thinking about the 18-14 Baylor Bears, that's a team you want to pick in March Madness. That's a team you want to let into the tournament. Oh, if they lose, and Kansas State could move into a 17-16, squarely Vegas-ready position with a win over the Baylor Bears. A win over, now perennial powerhouse Baylor. Jerome Tang cannot play his way back into the NCAA tournament unless he wins the Big 12 tournament. But a win against the Baylor Bears is step one. I think this one's close. Baylor slight edge. Don't be shocked if Kansas State wins it. We could see a classic that ends up pushing our 9:30 Eastern game between Kansas and Utah back. Sorry, Utah fans. Salt in the wound. I didn't mean Kansas and UCF back. UCF's good. I think UCF's feisty. Good as in a low-tier Big 12 team, but good as in they can still make some noise. But Kansas plays their season for one reason and one reason only: tournaments. Namely the Big 12 tournament in their home arena in Kansas City, Missouri. Give me the Kansas Jayhawks to win this game, and that is today's slate. Coming up, what's next for expansion? Let's just break it down, make it easy for you. With ESPN's Pete Souza, this is Locked On Big 12, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Today's show is brought to you by FanDuel. FanDuel is the place to go during March Madness. Did you not know that? FanDuel is where I win a lot of money. And right now, I can give new customers $150 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. Visit FanDuel.com to join today. FanDuel.com for your shot at $150 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA.